This is just a thought. A thought in which I just want to know if you feel the same way, for it or against it. And it's the question of if it's possible to cheat death by using clone bodies of yourself. So when you die and your essence of your soul leaves the body, that it goes directly into one of the clone bodies of either the age of you are right now or a little younger, or whatever the case may be. Would you consider that wrong? Hello everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. I just wanted to do this video out of curiosity because I've been watching a lot of sci-fi lately, and I actually came across something that's more like UFO folklore kind of thing. From what I understand, there's a particular alien race. They call themselves the Emether, or Emether, if I'm pronouncing it right. They look like greys, like alien greys, except they're a little bit different. Their skin is yellow, very light yellow. And they have very slender bodies and stuff like that. Now, according to them, according from what I understand, they're the peaceful ones. They're one of the members of the Council of Five. Now, from what I understand, they said that when they die, that their soul automatically goes into a clone body of their own. They go into a clone body, and then once their soul goes into it, they live again, pretty much. And they do this cycle over and over and over again. Now that's what I understood from what I saw from this one documentary. Now, for those of you who are familiar with the Star Wars saga, or in Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, or Emperor Palpatine, I'm sorry, where the Emperor was actually, when he died, when Darth Vader killed him. According to either the canon or in Star Wars Legends, I'm not really sure, I think it was Star Wars Legends, that he actually found a way to achieve immortality, to cheat death. And what he did, which he kept secret from everyone, even from Darth Vader, which I think was a pretty low thing to do. He actually made a bunch of clone bodies of himself, pretty much his younger self. He made a bunch of clone bodies of his younger self. And when he died, he had this ability, his force ability to use the force to guide his soul into one of his clone bodies, very instantly, just like that, real quick. It travels right away to one of his clone bodies, and then he wakes up in the container, and when the fluid goes down and then he breaks out of the container, he actually he's alive again. Now he got killed later on, some years later, and then again he came back in another clone body, and that was his idea of cheating death. Now I don't know if that was the idea of Darth Plagueis, but I'm just wondering if someone had the technology right now in secret. If someone had that kind of technology, that they don't have to worry about being dead when they die, that automatically how they do what they do, whether it's through scientific technology, advanced alien technology, or I don't know how they do, or whether they use some kind of mental powers, some kind of mental powers to do it, something they practice on in order to go into another body when they die. If they get killed or murdered, or if they die of old age, or whatever the case may be, if their soul leaves their body and then they use the power of their spiritual mind, in this sense, to travel into one of the clone bodies of themselves, and then they wake up and inside the clone body. And obviously it's one of their adult bodies and of their younger self, depending on what age they want to be at. And they get to live again because of it. Now, whether this person meet a bunch of them or whether he just meet a couple of them, and he decided to do the same thing with some people that he loved, whether it's his wife or one of his kids or whatever the case may be. If that were to become public and it was actually shown to be real, would you go as far as to say that that's wrong in any way? Would you say that it's like someone would say you shouldn't do that because you're basically playing God? Well, I'm not going to comment on that part. In my opinion, I think it's a good and bad thing. It's bad because that person can get carried away. Especially if he makes a whole bunch of them, if he makes like 50 clone bodies in order to cheat, death every single time that he dies, because he fears the afterlife or something like that, and he gets so obsessed with it. Then then it's wrong in that sense. But I'm not necessarily everyone who has this technology or this ability would be like that. I don't think so. But if someone were to do that for a good reason, and they don't abuse the idea of doing that, then I could say I think you should let that slide. To me, I'm not saying that it's right to do it, and I'm not saying that it's wrong to do it. To me, I think it's borderline. It depends. It depends on basically on your point of view, but it also depends on why you're doing it, for what reason. Is it for a very selfish reason to constantly cheat death, which makes it wrong? Or are you doing it for a reason of just in case or something might happen to you and you don't want to die, or something might happen to your girlfriend or your wife and you made a clone body of her at whatever age you want her to be, and if you feel that her life might be in danger, so you made a clone body of her just in case if she dies, that automatically her soul will go into the clone body of herself. so he can actually be with her again, be reunited or whatever in that sense. I don't see anything wrong if it's for that reason. But again, that's just the way I think. That's how it is. I don't know, but just as long as you don't overdo it, get way too obsessed with it, just as long as you avoid that, then I think you'll be okay. Just to let you know, the idea of doing that is basically like this. This is an example of what I mean. If someone were able to make clone bodies of themselves and have it in containers, and this was used to cheat death, would you actually go as far as to say that it's wrong to do this? That when a person dies, they use some sort of mind control, soul essence transfer into one of the clone bodies once a person dies. Would you consider that wrong? And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you don't find this video too weird. But I think it's something that's very interesting in my opinion, Especially if someone is dying of a disease and they're still in the prime of their youth, or they just feel they don't deserve to die or something like that, and they just want to cheat death. I don't see anything wrong with that, just as long as you don't abuse it, in my opinion, But, I don't know, that's just what I think. Well, hopefully you like this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Questions or comments, you know what to do. And this is Dare to Speak. And to all of you, take care.